Yo, 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 what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Firesquad podcast. My name is Sam. Right in front of me, we got
JC.
Right next to me, we got
Marvin.
Marvin. We got a very special guest today.
Yes, sir.
You want to introduce yourself?
My name is Lesley Lopez.
Lesley Lopez.
Leslie.
And we met you when?
In October, right?
Yeah, I
Is it
think so.
October?
The
Costumes?
Inktober thingy.
Oh, yeah.
Inktober Festival,
There
yeah.
you go.
I remember
There you
that.
go. Yeah, it was a little. Let's let you talk about this. What happened in Inktoberfest?
Well, I do it or at that time I was doing it at the end of every month, where I'd just throw an art show and have a bunch of artists from Vegas, all locals, and all kind of pretty young compared to First Fridays and stuff like that, and they'd all just bring their stuff, talk to new people, meet new people and everything. And then for Inktober, I had the costume contest.
Yep.
I had everybody dressed up. It was a whole thing. It was
It
great.
was dope.
Yeah.
It was in your backyard.
Yeah, all in my backyard.
Hella badass, bro.
Everybody was spray painting the wall.
Yeah.
It was
Wow,
sick.
wow.
Our homie Hector is the one that invited us, and then we pulled up, and then from there we met you. We met Lee,
Mhm.
and then what's it called? That's when we were like
Latin artists.
Latin
Oh,
artists.
yeah.
Yeah, we met
I love
Latin
that guy. He's so
artists.
great.
Yeah, he's funny. And we gotta collab with these people. We gotta
yeah,
work.
definitely.
We gotta network. Let's put Vegas on the map.
And
Right.
we were telling you then how cool it was that you just did it all in your backyard.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You were telling us how you weren't always you didn't always agree with how other people would set up their stuff and everything. So you just
Yeah.
might as well do it myself
Right.
type thing.
Right.
And that's
Yeah.
a cool mentality to have. Does your backyard still look like that?
Yeah, but it has a bunch of dog shit all over.
Oh.
So there's that. I haven't cleaned it in a while.
So you
but
can't. Well, yeah, but today you're actually having another one.
Yes, I am. And it's actually not in my backyard. It's a whole different concept. I don't know, cuz I was so limited in my backyard. I didn't want people drinking, smoking, didn't want to have to worry about people calling the cops. But I mean,
Right.
that's kind of stuff you have to worry about in general.
Yeah.
I just don't want my home to get wrecked. So
Right.
yeah, privacy issues and stuff. But yeah, so a lot of people wouldn't come out like they would in house shows, because that's where house shows are really where kids can let loose or whatever
Right.
in
Yeah.
Vegas. So I'm just still trying to go
So
and figure out a
It's gonna be in
plan.
house shows today.
Yes.
So house shows. Where's it at? Is it in Fremont?
No, actually, so the house show it's a house show art show collab thing. It's gonna be at a friend's house, Leix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they helped me rent out their little space after a couple venues dropped it me. And yeah, it's gonna be really fun. It's gonna be artists. This time there's bands.
Yeah, I saw
kinda
that.
going-
There's lineups, bro. I went through each one of them.
Yeah,
oh,
you
shit.
got DJs and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got DJs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, cause I work with For the Culture. My buddy on there has been helping me out. His whole crew's production for my events. And so when I wasn't doing events for a while, I took a period off. They were just helping me out. I have an event, I need artists. Oh, I have an event. Can you contract these people and make sure to keep them in touch and stuff and updated? And so that's another thing I do. Just kind of help guide people where they need to go.
Nice.
Yeah.
So why art? What made you choose and go this path? Do you have a love for? Do you have a passion for it? Obviously.
Yeah. I've always wanted to find something that was gonna be in the art industry and be in the music industry. How growing up you always want to be a rock star or something. Yeah, I wanted to do that, and then I found out I'm not that great. But I did a band for a second, and then
Oh, you had a band?
Yeah, in
Oh,
middle
shoot.
school.
What?
13th floor. Shout out. No.
Okay then. Okay.
Find 'em on
Yeah.
Are we
Spotify.
gonna see him a reunion soon or
Oh,
no?
I wish. I'll get 'em.
Aw.
I'll get them all back.
That's
Hell
sick.
yeah. And so we did that. I did that in middle school, and then I did art with some friends. In the beginning of 2019 was when I just
wow.
started tabling at these shows, at these events and stuff. It was
You would present your art.
yeah,
Okay. So exactly a year ago.
exactly,
Okay, okay.
yeah. So it was pretty crazy, like to see, because I remember going. It was the Euphoria like skate hype one that I went to the first time, and it was Mi Cultura part one, like, and they were having like all these other artists like come out, and I was so nervous because I was like, oh my god, like, oh no, I brought like shitty art, and like all these people are super talented, a little bit older, like they were just like 19, 20, 21 stuff, and I was like, I'm 16, I'm 17, I'm like out here. But yeah, so I would go with a friend, and like we would just share a table, have fun, and I would talk to like a lot of people, and I was like, wow, this is really sick. Like I wish I would have found this earlier. It would have been way greater.
Yeah.
And then you started doing your own events.
Yeah.
How did that like come upon? Like where did you start? Where did the idea come from? Just from you observing when you were giving out your art or showing your art?
Yeah, so I have had another like I had a house show at my house when I was 16.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I brought it up as a joke to my mom because I was into house shows at the time, and I was like, oh, like can I have one? And she's like, sure. So I was like, no way. So I pulled up a bunch of artists from like musicians from like Cali bands, not even very many local bands, like just one, and then an Arizona band. And I was like, well, I already did that, so I'm gonna do this but with art, and it'll be easier. So I brought it up to my mom, and she was like, yeah, but nobody's gonna be drinking, nobody's gonna be smoking. She was like, it's gotta be like
it has to be
PG. She's like, you got kids, like I don't want none of that.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Exactly.
And she doesn't want to get like liability and stuff, and that's another issue that I've run into a lot is like liability. Like everybody.
That's something that like throwing events in general, like just because if you have people under 21, you know, smoking or drinking or whatever, you're screwed, man. That's why you have to be really aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
And in anything too, like in the nightlife, just basketball events, you have to watch out for everything. Take care of everybody for sure.
Yeah, especially because like they're kids, like, and I don't encourage like underage, like doing stuff underage, especially now it's like legal 21, like just wait a bit, like. But you just gotta be careful because like people be driving home like that, like people are like you're liable for more than just them being there. Them leaving is scary. Like
my parents, they run a bar, and that's like the inventory is easy, the freaking getting employees is easy, but the one thing that always like stabs them in the back is people like leaving the bar, and then after their night at the bar. That's the one thing that always come across. Like so many shit has gone down through that.
Right.
Era.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's crazy. I mean, in that industry, you probably find that a lot.
Yeah, but just in throwing events, bro.
No, yeah, definitely. Just I mean, having like your own business or your own thing, like it's you realize there's a lot of things that you don't really think about, but that are probably the most important thing you should be thinking about.
Right. When I was trying to get the first venue, I was working with someone, and they were like, oh, I don't want to be charging at the door, and like, because then that means I'm liable. And I was like, wait. I was like, that's how I'm gonna make my money back. Like, what are you talking about? I was like, oh no. And like, I had to stress about that, and I had to work around it. So what you see a lot, it's funny because like now that I've been in it, I noticed things like more on flyers and stuff. I'm like, they're smart for that. Like they'll do donations, $5 donations. Always donate. You should always donate to those because they just don't want to be. They can't be liable, and they can't host the event if they are like coffee shops. And a bunch of other places, like other people's homes too. They don't want to be responsible for issues. So if you see $5 on a, $5 on a flyer that says donation, like please donate. Like it would have been $5.
They gotta
right. So instead of saying like it costs $5 to enter or something, they
donations.
Yeah,
that's true. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just a lot of things that like branding. It's just I don't know. It's a whole world. I could talk about it for years.
That's dope. You're getting into it. And we're like, you know, we're all hella young in this. So, like,
yeah,
gonna learn a lot from it.
Popping off. I love it. Yeah. It's great.
No, but what I was gonna say. So you know how you about this. You know how you're entering the events world, I guess, right? What's the number one thing? Because I think I know what it is for you that you have learned besides like the money thing from throwing events. Networking, yeah, but not trusting people, bro.
Oh,
dude, that's I mean that's what I picked up from like just a couple of parties that I've thrown, but like,
Right.
Oh man.
you have to stay on top of your shit, bro.
Yeah.
It sucks because like, well, it doesn't suck because like, you know, you'll love it and shit, but then you have to be like super super aware of everybody's
Yeah.
actions
Mhm.
because like you kind of I want to be there and have fun, not stress about it, but then you're kind of like, oh shit, that fool right there, you know, he's kind of
Sketchy.
Everybody's intentions are not the
Yeah.
best. Everybody's intentions are not the best. That's the thing. Yeah.
What is your overall goal with throwing the arts events and art? Do you want to become like, do you want to be known as an artist or as an art event planner?
I think because that's what I want to be for my career is like an event planner, event coordinator type thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like,
So you found the love for art, and then
Yeah.
you dove into it, and then from there is now, you know, throwing these events.
yeah. Cause
So
like,
you're combining two in one.
yes. And another
Dope.
part is like, I've always wanted I know I'm good at helping people. I know I'm good at being like organized or knowing where to go and who to meet,
Right.
especially because I'm a little bit more social than some people sometimes.
Right.
sometimes. But yeah, so I like use it to help people like talk to each other. Like there's so many events where at the end of the day, like I won't make money, but like I'll see like, oh, now Latin artist is collabing with someone, or now
Yeah.
like everybody's just like collabing and talking and everyone feels like a family. Or I don't want to speak for other people and say family, but we're all like a culture. Like
Yeah,
we're now
yeah.
somewhere and we know each other. I don't know if you know Wiener or David. I forgot his last name. I'm sorry. But he's an artist and he's also really young and he's had art galleries and stuff, and he's friends with V.O.T.A. I went to his art show last year as well in the beginning of the year, and I was like, whoa, like this is crazy. I didn't know anybody else. I just went to First Friday and that was where his show was at. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. Like you're so young.
How
like
is First
this.
Friday? What? Because I heard about it, and then
You never been?
nah, I never been to First Friday.
Never been to the
What?
art district,
You
man.
guys gotta go.
Yo, it's dope. It's dope, man. Like
Because honestly, I thought First Friday was like, because my friends invite me to First Friday, right? And then they're kind of like, I'm like, oh, they want to go drink or something.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I think. Oh, can you?
I mean, yeah, you can, but part of it, like the main part of it, is the art district. So that's where I learned it from.
Oh,
You know, some of my friends like, yo, we'll go down to the art district, and I'm like, okay, well, what is this? And they say, oh, every first Friday they do this. So that part of it, like, you know, you go to some places have it outside, you know, they have it
Yeah.
in the buildings and stuff. It's dope, man, because you like she said, like you see different artists, you know, people promoting their, you know, their stuff, and get to see some.
is
cool
it
stuff.
just like artwork?
No, it's like vendors and stuff. So it's kind of like a little festival where
So
they
you set
have,
up a little booth, and then you try to.
yeah, it's like the swap meet,
Yeah.
but like
Oh, like you're trying to
little-
you sell your brand basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I don't like about First Friday is that they charge the artists. And recently for this
Oh.
show, I've had like that's another thing I've learned. Like I have to like sometimes charge the artists, but I'll charge like $10 because I feel so bad. I don't want to charge them. And if I make better,
If you make profit.
yeah, if I
Okay.
make profit, then I won't have to be charging them or anything. But yeah, they charge like ridiculous amounts for a booth, and it's like I don't see the point in that because
'Cause
you
you're-
can't promise them
yeah.
that that they're gonna sell, that they're gonna make this money,
Right.
Right.
and it
right.
sucks. But it's like an experience, so I'd rather charge like
It
the
is an
public
experience.
instead. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing also we picked up. Like, yeah, you're gonna spend some money, you gotta invest in stuff, and you're probably not gonna get it back. But it's the experience that
Yeah.
you could pick up. You know, I'm like, oh shit, like, damn, that was a good ass lesson.
Mhm.
Let's go to the First Friday. It was yesterday.
It was
huh?
yesterday, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
April.
First Friday was
We'll
yesterday.
go April then.
April.
Yeah, no, but
dope.
I went to this year February.
Uh-huh.
David had the same show, and then I saw everybody. I knew everybody. We were
Yeah.
all saying hi. We were saying what's up. We were just artists, like supporting other artists.
That's so cool.
And I was like, I even talked to the girl who I talked to last year. Like she was the only girl I talked to at the V.OT.A Fest the first time.
Uh-huh.
And we're like, dude, like I feel so popular. Like, oh my God.
Nice.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So Valley of the Arts, that's your brand.
Yes.
Where do you want to take that? What do you want to be known as? Outside of like, because yes, you know, for your brand, it's gonna be throwing events, arts events, but like but behind that, what do you want to be known as?
I want to be known as someone who's able to really connect the public and the artists and be able to like support and proactively encourage other people to like do the same thing or
Mm.
meet each other and like network, because a lot of about a brand is meeting the person. Like you'll be able to sell
Boom.
art if you're have a good personality, like
Dude,
if you're a great person.
That's
and
great that
stuff.
you brought that up because I always tell this fool, I'm like, bro, look, Firesquad is cool. It don't mean it's just a freaking logo. It's the people
Right.
behind it.
Right.
Because this guy doesn't understand that for some reason.
I understand. It's just
You are the brand.
I'm straight to the
Yes.
point.
That's straight to the point. Sometimes that's not the best.
JC's
thing.
like, you can't make enemies, but like I don't care about.
And you will too. Like it's
Yeah.
gonna be
We
tough.
have enemies.
Yeah. Oh girl, me too.
Well,
me
especially in this podcast business, I'm
Yes,
sure you are. You're
we
gonna
have
Name
have
drop
enemies.
right now. No, just kidding. Yeah, I feel bad because I didn't want to seem like I was copying people or like I
Uh-huh.
was doing stuff like that. So that's why I would be like, oh, graffiti the wall, like graffiti this.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Gotta
That's
be a
like his
little
own little
different.
twist on it. That's hard.
Yeah. It just gets hard and it gets wishy-washy, and then
Yeah, yeah,
people get
yeah.
mad for no reason though. That's another, like, yeah, like you said, trust. Like people get mad, people get upset over the smallest things.
So you know what's something that's like that I've also learned just like in this short amount of time. You gotta change how you talk to specific people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you talk to person A a certain way, and then like it, but you gotta have like that ability to recognize what type of person that's gonna be. You know what I mean? Like right off the bat, if I see somebody like, oh, this guy's a capper, like I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna, all right, bro, like thank you, have a nice day.
Yeah.
But you gotta learn how to like what's it called change your communication style with different type of
Right.
people. Have you
Yeah.
learned that?
Yeah, you gotta be like putty, dude. Like
Yeah.
personality has to change.
Mhm.
Some people just like being listened to. Some people
Yes.
don't
Oh,
take
yeah.
advice,
Oh,
and it gets crazy. I think I like to say I have a very fluid personality, but sometimes there's just people, and there's days where you just aren't having it. And I think that's the days where you should kind of like understand yourself,
Mhm.
so that you know, like, oh, I'll step back. I won't answer. Tomorrow, I'll answer them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
all of a sudden, there's an emergency. Like,
Yeah. 'Cause, like, when we
Yeah.
went to the Inktoberfest, we were just trying to like like, oh, let's see if anybody's interested in pulling up for a podcast.
Mhm.
And we went to different
Tables?
tables, and then so just so they could tell us like what's their story, what they're trying to
Mhm.
do out here, so we could establish that platform, and we spoke to like almost every single one, right?
I think so.
Yeah, but basically, we already knew Hector, so like I was like, oh, what's up, Hector? But then Lee, when I met Lee, she was kind of like shy,
yeah.
very quiet. So I was like, all right, let's not go into the like head first, blah blah blah. Let's go like, oh, what's up? Like this is dope, blah blah blah. Smooth, right? And then because you can't just like, because then for Latin artists, it was a whole different story. Right off the bat,
It's
we
crazy right off the
Yeah.
bat.
Dude, same. Yeah.
we vibed with him like instantly, and his homie,
What's his homie's name?
I forgot. I don't know.
They're
but-
both of them are great. They always show up
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
sell tamales or something.
Yeah,
Oh, for
yeah,
real?
yeah. That's what they
Yeah.
were doing. They were selling tamales.
Damn. Shout out Latin artists. Latin artists got to pull up.
Yeah, like I have my friend Alan. Like
Uh-huh.
he's the one I started tabling with, and he's so shy. And I'm always like,
Uh-huh.
dude, get an Instagram, dude. Go talk to
Oh,
her.
you don't got Instagram?
Well, he does.
Oh, he does now? Okay, yeah.
Alan.Ren,
I was
2
about-
N's at the end. There we go.
Pull up, Alan. No,
Right.
cause what's it called? You definitely need Instagram like nowadays to like build
Yeah.
your brand. Whew,
Yeah.
crazy.
The way to go.
Yes, sir.
Self promotion.
Today, my phone's just been blowing up, and I'm like, oh no. Like, just
How do
flip it
you
around.
approach that? Cause like today, what time is that? 7, right?
It's at 6 till
6.
11. Yeah.
Oh, 6 to 11.
Yeah.
How do you like approach that? Like today you woke up like, oh shit, I got a whole ass event to throw today.
Yeah, I was like, gotta think. I think about it like the night before. I'm like, okay, here's what you're gonna do.
Yeah,
Like,
so it keeps you up. Cause look, cause me and Sam, we threw an event, a party. We threw a party. Like it was.
fun.
It was fun, but how did that experience go for you,
It
Sam?
was not fun at
Oh,
all.
yeah.
For Sam. For me, I was kind of like, all right, okay, I'm good. I'm gonna start taking some shots because like I'm a little bit like, yeah. But this guy, oh my god, you want to share that experience with?
It was just
Sam.
super stressful.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I was just stressed out about the whole situation. I mean, mainly because my girl wasn't there yet.
Mm.
So, and she would like, she's the one that keeps me calm.
Oh yeah.
But, and she wasn't there.
right.
So I was just like so stressed out. I kept on telling him, bro, just start DJing, start playing some music.
I was
And
like,
then-
no, not. Well, we
I
were
mean,
playing
music was playing,
yeah.
but
Mm.
like the DJ is like,
Because
different.
I was kind of being selfish. I was like, no, it has to be the right amount of people in it.
Oh yeah.
And then
You
Sam
want
was
the
like,
crowd.
yeah, I want the crowd, bro.
But there was a lot of people.
It was a
in
lot
there,
of people, but we could easily fit 50 more people in
but
there.
we didn't.
15.
But basically, it went down south. We got shut down.
Oh yeah, it happens.
Because there was so many people downstairs waiting to get up. So the security guards were like, okay, well, what is going on?
Dang.
Yeah. And then they started IDing everybody. And from there,
Oh, no.
12 a.m., bro.
The
That's
cops made
early
it
for a
stop.
party, bro.
Right.
Stupid early. And right there, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Too early, man.
I mean,
I mean, I think about it now. It's funny. We could have just like continued it, just like, you know, with the friends. Just
Nah,
in the
bro,
room.
not after that. The vibe was down.
I know, but we could have just stayed, you know, sipping or something in the room. We
Everybody
got hella
left,
alcohol. I
dude.
know. That's what I think. I left too.
you
Like
would have just been
Yes.
sipping.
I was
Left
gonna,
me
I was
there.
gonna leave. I was gonna sleep there. Obviously, it was a hotel
Oh.
room, but
And he
like
didn't.
I
Oh.
left.
there.
I did not have it. I was like, I'm just going home.
And then
left.
guess what? The
Right.
next morning I woke up and it was just me cleaning up shit.
I'm dead.
A couple friends
like that.
Sam left me.
I wasn't there.
Sam wasn't there.
Definitely. No
You gotta work
capping on
alone,
that.
dude.
I couldn't show my face, bro.
Ugly.
I couldn't stand.
Oh, come
But
on,
hey, but
Sam.
we learned from that though.
Oh, definitely.
We learned from
People
that.
are hyped still. They still want.
Shows,
Squad
parties.
party,
Yeah.
And then
man.
we got
Collab.
a rule. If you pull up to a Fire Squad podcast, you get a
Invite.
invites.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
So you're invited.
Now
for the
I'm
next pod.
invited.
Yeah.
There we go.
There it is. There it
That's
is.
what it is.
No, but we gotta-
VIP list.
We gotta do one soon though, bro. But what's called? How do you get to a certain venue? Because that's actually like,
Really hard.
yeah, I know, because
Yeah.
we just getting a freaking room for us was hella hard. Well, it's because we're underage, but like, but still,
You
but
gotta go through a homie.
yeah. But for you, would you just ask everybody?
Honestly, yeah, like asking goes a really, really long way. Like I said, for the culture, FTC is a very, like, they literally are for the culture. They'll help you out. You see their faces, you hear about their names. I don't know if I'm allowed to say his name, but
Whoa.
well, because I don't know. I want to, but I don't know.
For the culture,
Yeah.
I've heard about them. They're pretty big on Instagram, no?
Yeah, they throw their own stuff too. And they have really good like technique and marketing and stuff.
Let me see, I'm gonna look them up.
And yeah, they helped me find a venue. I tried to find my own because I went to an event that they were working with. Yeah, that one. I went to an event where they were working with a different person. And then that's the one where I was like, oh, like this house is huge because there's a lot of places. There's Union House, there's Casa Verde.
So you have to go through them to find a venue?
Now I do. Like I personally prefer that because they've been in it for a minute and they're always busy with events and they're always doing stuff with events. So yeah, I don't work with, other than them, I don't work with anyone else really. Like Valley of the Arts is just a one person crew, which I kind of loathe, but I also would find it difficult out of my like close friend group. It's kind of hard to find someone who's as active or as like down for this. Like Alan is the one that helps me out like a lot. Like I always just tell him, hey, do that. But
Shout out Alan.
Right, shout out
I want to
Alan.
pull up too.
Bro, on God, he's very shy, but
We'll
get over it. Yeah.
We'll get over it. That's dope though, man. What's it called?
Yeah.
We gotta collab with this for the culture, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We gotta collab with them. Well, I mean, low key
Fire Squad for the culture.
for the
and
culture.
Valley of the Arts.
It's
There we
because
go.
what type of events would we throw, bro? Parties on Mars, dude.
Parties.
Yeah.
'Cause that
You
involves.
guys are the
Sweet.
DJ part. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to have, because the house that I was going to get was going to be really big. And I wanted to split it up because my dream event is to have like almost every point of arts. That's why I didn't call it Valley of the Artists or Valley of the Painters or something.
Because art could be
Anything.
cooking.
Yeah, exactly. It could be like culinary. It could be writing. It could be like musicians, art. Like I wanted to have rooms kind of sectioned off fashion. I've met a lot of people who are into fashion or
That'd be dope. 'Cause
changing
think
stuff.
about it. She has something like that. You guys will do your podcast right in one of the rooms.
Right, one room.
Boom.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
even just interview people. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that'd be
How
great.
crazy
Going
is
up
that?
to that.
Video, photography, all that. That's my like. I wish we could. I want to do that with people, and I haven't approached anyone seriously about it yet because I feel like out of all the events that go on, mine's kind of like the lowest, and
Because of like art or
turnout. Like I think turnout for me has been like the biggest like or hardest trial.
Yeah.
Because I haven't figured out exactly what works for marketing. So that's like why this one I like put in a lot of money and I put in a lot of time and effort to see if the turnout will be better. It's like new venue means like new opportunities and stuff. So yeah, so hopefully this will get my name a little bit bigger. People know me and people respect me, but I just want to have like people be like, "Oh my God, like she's here." Like,
And is that the projection? Like everything you've done so far, you're expecting a pretty big event?
Yes. I've always had artists on my side. Sadly, I had a few like because of so many changes and stuff. A few people couldn't make it or haven't been able to make it. But I still have like a pretty big list. I think it's like 18, 20 artists, which is pretty big. And then I have the musicians coming. I have like just marketing. I went out. I put it on my Tinder profile. So my Tinder profile has my flyer on it. Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, hit it up. And I've been getting like messages.
bro. For freaking, we're trying to promote something, bro. All social media is good.
Let's
man.
make a Firesquad Tinder.
Hey man, swipe right on this. You feel me? Pull up.
Make a date show, please.
Oh,
I had a dream. I had a dream the other night that we had like what's it called?
You had dreams about doing podcasts? That's dope.
No, about having like a dating show.
Oh,
I love
Like,
that.
what's the thing where they like cover you
veil
and then
and stuff? Yeah.
no, like contestant 1, contestant 2 type thing, and then the person just there like, oh, okay, contestant 2, what do you feel about this? And then, they do their own opinion.
Hey, that'll be dope.
That would
I
be
mean,
You get people dating up in here.
So okay, explain this to me, because how does that work? I actually don't know.
It's like a show.
yeah, it's a TV show.
Like the Steve Harvey show, or
No, sure.
It's,
okay.
What is it called? I forgot what it's called, but it's like dating something. It's kind of like The Bachelor, but
Yeah.
you don't see people. They're
You
like
don't see
blind
them.
dates.
Yeah,
Oh,
blind
it's
dating.
on,
blind dating.
it's on. There's a show like that on Netflix right now. But the only thing is, like, they're in pods, whatever, and they're just talking to each other through the wall and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Love
that's
is
it.
Blind.
Yeah,
That's
Love is
what it
Blind. Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah,
Should
that's
watch it.
on Netflix right now. Crazy.
Yeah, so
I'm not
basically
sponsored.
there's like
Yeah, exactly.
basically there's like 4 people just hidden, you can't see them, and then you, let's say if you're trying to get somebody, you ask them question. Okay, player 1, what do you feel about beaches? Oh, I love beaches. And then okay, 2, what do you feel about this? And then you just pick which one is like the more.
And usually it's like the girl behind the curtain, so she doesn't say too much. Like she'll make a comment and be like, "Oh, ha ha ha,"
Yeah.
and like they either can't hear her or something
Damn.
like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun actually. That sounds cool.
But you guys should do it. We'll see like if artists like other artists like are interested in other artists.
Oh.
Yo, I'm down for that.
Right.
Let's do it. I'll be like, yo.
We'll work on it. We'll work on
Yeah,
it.
dope.
that'll be dope. That'll be dope, man.
You had a dream about that? That's so
Yeah, I had a dream that I was hosting it.
What?
Oh, so
I love that.
And then you gotta have like a nice little suit.
Yeah.
You gotta like grow out your mustache.
Yeah, and I need like
Bow tie.
those
Gotta
skinny,
have a bow
bow
tie.
tie.
the skinny
Yeah,
microphones. With
yeah.
just a little thingy.
And you have a paper in your left hand and mic in the right hand. All right, we'll be right after this commercial break.
With the red foam right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to.
The applause sound and the
Yeah,
laugh
that's what I
sound.
was about to say. And then when commercial comes back in, everybody's clapping.
Right.
Yeah, that's dope.
I had a
Okay,
dream about
okay.
that, bro.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sam.
There we go. Ideas.
And you were dreaming about that.
It was funny.
That's
It was
funny.
He woke
dope.
up and he almost wrote it down. Like,
It's like, yo, I got this.
Bro, this guy, man, he be like, tell about the movie, bro.
What movie?
The one that you're just gonna write down.
Oh, I'm gonna
love
write
that.
a movie.
do it.
He had
Yeah.
he had just like an idea, and then he was, you know what? I'm
Let's
gonna write a
hear
movie.
this.
Marv.
film.
Come on,
You're
man.
listening to everything.
Everything. Like, I'm
Everything's
loving
new to
this.
him.
Every Saturday I pull up, there's something new. I want to hear
Yeah,
about
a new idea.
this. A new idea.
Last Saturday, we were doing a podcast with our boy Luis, and
It was an ASMR one. We were just eating like tacos and shit.
Yeah, we were
Oh,
eating
I saw
taco.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
I
good.
want to be a part of that next time. If
Oh,
you guys are
good.
paying. No, just
Yeah.
kidding.
We'll bring them little tacos.
But
Right.
yeah, we
Jack
got
in the Box is sponsoring this episode.
Yeah, no, last episode. Jack in the Box
Luis.
sponsored last episode.
Oh, you're right.
But yeah, and then we just did like a little like improv thing where they like captured me, and then I don't know, they were like beating me and stuff.
I love that.
Trying to get, they were like interrogating me,
Right.
and then
It was inspired from Narcos.
yeah,
Yes.
and then yeah,
Sam
and
out of
then
nowhere, he's like, "This could be a movie, guys." And I was like, "Yeah."
I had a little like soundtrack playing too and everything.
Dude, I
Dude.
did a.
Check it out,
I-
podcast, Firesquad. No, yeah, Firesquad podcast.
I'm an actor. Don't worry. I did a for school. I did a Pulp Fiction scene.
Oh.
That was Mia Wallace ODing.
go.
I was on the floor for like
They
30
stabbed
minutes. Yeah.
There go your first actress right
There you
here,
go.
man.
Boom.
I made a movie in high school.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, I did. It was based
Wow.
off of.
Hold up.
Yeah, I don't know this, and
This
I've been
is-
knowing. this
Forget
guy
about
for-
me. Let's talk about.
I'm pretty sure you knew this.
Sam, we're interviewing you now.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
go
a
for
new.
it.
What's the movie about? I want to hear.
No,
it.
I made a movie in high school for my English class. We had some. Yeah, it was a project. We had to make a movie, and then I mean, me at the time was very like, I mean, still, but
Shy?
like, no,
Yeah.
like I liked like doing media and like video editing and stuff. So I was like, bro, this is perfect for me.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I'll do this. And then yeah, I directed, I edited like the whole movie. I had freaking Luhan and Dulce in it. Yeah, and me. It was like basically Michael Myers type stuff, but
Oh,
it was
shit.
around Christmas time. So yeah, so I had a
Oh
Santa
man,
hat
that's
on.
great.
I had a Santa hat on and like a beard, and I just like went around the school and like killed them and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's dope. That's dope. I
It was
like
on
that.
YouTube for a good bit. I deleted it though.
Oh. Put it
Oh.
back. Put it back. Now that
I
you
don't
shouted
even
it
think
out.
I have it. Honestly.
Oh man.
And they don't have it, none of your friends, you know. with
Like
them.
Sam,
I
he
don't
does
know.
something and then he deletes it forever.
Me.
In the
Yeah.
last podcast, he said that he had an album ready.
And I
And deleted it.
And
Deleted
deleted
it.
And
it.
right, yeah, I
No,
had the freaking
He lost
instrumental.
it. He lost.
He has an SD card somewhere in his
Bro.
room.
For real.
Man,
Gotta
we need to find
it.
that.
Yeah.
We need to find that.
Bro, this 5 terabyte hard drive, nothing's ever getting deleted anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank God.
Always
Yeah,
gonna be
that's
on there.
that's a lot of memory there, guy.
Mm-hmm.
Your album is right there.
Right.
Boom.
We know it.
My next 20
Oh,
albums
you know what?
are in there.
For
Can't
her
wait.
next event, Sam said, "When is your next event after this one? You have an
Oh.
idea?"
I don't know. I'm probably next month or something.
All right.
Yeah.
So for summer, for sure. Ready?
There we go.
For summer, Sam said, and this is we heard this.
When did I say
Yes.
this? I don't know.
June 20th, right?
June
Okay.
20th
Yeah,
is the
yeah, yeah.
album.
No, June 19th.
June 19th
June
is the
19th.
album.
June 19th, Samuel's dropping an album.
Oh, do it.
So whenever you have an event that day or around that time, can Sam go?
Featuring the robbery.
And it's gonna have your it needs to have your movie like playing in the background. I want a projector
Short
with
film.
the movie and
Short
just do
film.
Like,
Cause you know what? Like if she does an event next month, that could be for your single. You can introduce your first single right then.
right there.
And,
And-
then in June, if she does another one, album drop.
the
Boom.
short,
Album
the
drop.
short film
Bam.
debut would play.
Right. There you go.
Yo, get your label on top of this, man.
Making money moves, bro.
Money
You got to.
moves.
2020, what the fuck? 2020, the season of bread. That's what I was gonna say.
I love that.
Season of bread. Get out of here. Whoa. Wait a minute. No more season of the fruit. Season of
What's up with you in the food, bro? You're so weird.
I can't.
Bread,
I'm
money,
done.
bro.
I'm done.
Relax.
The
I'm
dough.
done. Oh man, this is great.
Dough, season of the dough.
It's no longer dough. It's bread. We baked it.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
it's cooking.
baked.
It's cooked and it's finished.
Man. Bars.
Damn.
Season of the bread. Oh.
You guys
Right.
are crazy, man.
Good job, Sam. Thank you, man.
So what's it called for today's artists, who can we hold on. Let me see. Because it ends at 11, right?
Yes.
Damn. Let's pull up, bro.
Do it.
We'll give me hella people in work.
Pull up.
Well, how did you meet all the bands? Because I was like super curious when you tagged them all. I went to all of them. I was like, wow, like they're all like making music and stuff like that, staying consistent too.
For the culture,
Mhm.
like I said, he was in charge of the music for the most part. Yeah.
Okay.
He helped me contract all these people. They're
Oh,
like
wow.
pretty young though, and like
Yeah.
they always do events, like more music events.
Mm.
I would do just art events, so I don't know really that much about like what PA system they need, and I don't have like equipment and stuff. So that's another reason why I never had one, because before I didn't know
Culture.
for the
Yeah.
culture as well. Yeah, so they've got them, but I've seen them at different events too.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot, like it's just crazy, because they I have a few friends who like are rappers and stuff, or they make their own beats or something, and
wow.
like you can put it out there. Like you could really just find somebody.
Yeah.
But that's the hardest part too. Like
Mhm.
figuring out. You just have to go to events, like visit new places, and you'll
Yeah.
find new
Brand.
people and stuff. Yeah. It's just so great because you could just vibe off of someone and then you find out like, oh, this guy does this and this and that. Like that's crazy.
Networking.
Yeah.
2020.
Season of the networks.
Season of the
bread.
network.
Yeah, season of the
Bread.
bread.
Oh, that is great.
So I want to go back to the art thing.
Mm-hmm.
So Lee, she kind of does like shoes. You know, when we spoke with her, she had like a little shoe thing. Latin artist. He does tattoos, right?
Oh, he's been an apprentice or of
Yeah.
such. Yeah.
Uh-huh. So do you still continue art, or is that out of your like?
Like me personally?
Yes.
I do. Yeah, I do. Still do it. I have
Mhm.
loteria cards that I just started to make it consistent. So
Mhm.
like, but they're like crackhead loteria. So yeah.
So you like
What do you
yeah
mean?
like yeah, because I'm kind
So
of confused now. Okay.
Yeah. So it's so you know loteria is kind of like
Yeah.
bingo or whatever.
Yeah.
I
You
would
know
describe
Loteria,
it-
Marvin?
No, I'm just
He's
picking
like-
up a lot of this.
Yeah, I'm like trying
But
to
when she said
describe-
bingo card, like, okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like they call out a number and like, or you call out what it is and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Google it.
It's
I'm sorry, I
basically
don't know.
so it's basically Mexican bingo. So
Yeah.
you grab a big ass card, right? And then what is it, like 4x5?
Okay.
You've seen
Yeah,
it?
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, yeah.
Oh, you showed us
it?
that?
Okay, yeah.
All right,
Okay.
well, there you go.
Okay.
And then basically there's like a stack of cards, and if that card gets pulled, you put like I put beans on it. So I put a bean on it.
Oh, you have to
Yeah.
put beans on it.
Yeah,
you
you
have
can't put dry beans. Don't
Dry
get it
beans.
twisted.
Dry beans,
Yeah.
yeah.
Listen, can we play this? I mean,
I have it actually.
Do you?
Another podcast.
I'm not a podcast. Marvin learns.
ASMR.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Marvin learns bingo. Oh, freaking
Loteria.
loteria. All right,
I'm
so
with it.
But yeah, so mine are crackhead loteria. So instead of like the images
Hmm.
being like a hand and like a
El
cactus,
borracho.
yeah,
La
Like-
escalera.
yeah, mine is like la pipa de agua,
Oh my god.
la hoja de marihuana,
Oh.
like the weed leaf, the
Whoa.
pipe.
you know what's
Like-
funny? I had a shirt like that. I had it means Coke. I think I had a parrot.
I probably sold that to you because I worked
Oh.
at the Swami.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah,
No
I
way.
worked
You
bought it at the Swami?
I bought it as mommy.
Wow, small world.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but they had like that's kind of where I got it from too. Like I used to have a jacket because they let me like have a shirt once,
Uh-huh.
and so I cut the picture of like La Sirena,
Mhm.
like the mermaid, and I put it on the back of my jacket. And I was like, wow, I'm so cool. Like I was like, I'm badass or whatever. And
That's dope.
And so that's why I kind of did it because it's consistent and I like know enough about it. Like it's fun.
And it's like popular too.
Yeah, it's Hispanic. And
Hella
there's like
Hispanic.
millennium, like loteria, but I don't really like the fact that it's not like it's like super low key head ass. Like I don't know, I don't really like it as much. So I was like, let me just do it. These kids, they smoke, they drink, they do crazy
turn up.
stuff. Yeah, and I was like, let me do this, and it's funny. But
That's sick.
I'm trying to keep like have some where it's not so like I'm trying to make some more discreet. So like I have
a little bit more PG.
yeah, I have la lengua, and it's like acid, but it's on the tongue, like it's a mouth, and it has the
Yuck.
tongue out and the acid on it. That one, a lot of people don't really get it the first time. But then I have la sonrisa, which is just a smiley face, but it's hella stoned. And
I'm
it's like
learning
3
all
eyes.
of this. This is so
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, and
That's
so
cool.
I used to sell those like when I was tabling. I have I think like 9 designs. I made my recent one is Jewel, but that one's called The Addiction or La Adicción.
So for like your art, you're more into like the clothing stuff.
No, mine's are digital. There's like stickers and stuff. I want to make it a game. Yeah.
okay.
So I think more digital design is like where I'm at. Whether it ends up on clothing or not, like
At your events, do you show any of your art or no?
nah, I'm usually at the table or like up front or something. So like when I throw events, it's usually for other people instead of me, kind of like a quince. Like,
Yeah.
but I want to have stuff up. So if I can get a house, like the inside of a house, I'll probably have like wall space and stuff. But other than that, unless I buy another table, I can't have my art. Like I can't manage my art and tickets
it
and
takes
stuff.
it,
And
Yeah.
it gets too busy. But I do art, like hand out stickers at events, and I'll hand them out for $1, cause like they're pretty bad quality. I'm not gonna lie. they haven't been the best
Gotta
quality.
hustle.
Yeah.
Gotta hustle.
I've made like $20 off of like 2 hours of just me
wow.
being like, you guys like stickers? Like, do you like?
Put on
Everybody
your,
loves stickers.
Yeah.
put on your Hydro Flask.
Right.
Put it on your
Oh.
laptop.
It was
on your
actually
laptop.
not
Yeah.
waterproof, so
Uh.
I didn't know how bad it was. So when I sold all those stickers, I saw people post them, and then I guess they would get wet or something,
Uh-huh.
and it was just like the color was gone, and I was like, oh no.
Were they at you like, yo, what the hell?
No
Oh,
one
no?
ever complained,
Alright,
but I
good.
just tell people, I'm like, I'm sorry, they're not waterproof yet. Like, but I cover them in Mod Podge, and
Uh-huh.
I had like, I give it one to like a friend, and they put it on their Hydro Flask, and it's lasted like a pretty long time. The edges just get like a little warped, but the image, like, you could still see it, and it's lasts a little bit longer than when it's not protected.
Yeah.
So yeah, but until I can afford like buying vinyl stickers like online, like that's what I'll have to do.
And you'll get there.
Right,
Time,
right.
matter of time.
We were gonna make stickers at one point.
This
Oh.
would, you know, he decided to invest in instead.
Oh, what is that?
Wait, Marvin, do you know this? Yeah,
I
Marvin.
know. I'm learning again. Here we go.
Instead of stickers. He said, you know what? I'm gonna buy condoms. Fire Squad condom.
I saw those.
Oh, you saw them?
I think so. More people are doing that. Why?
They
It's
stole
cool.
our idea. When have you ever seen people make condoms?
With a brand.
We made it, and now everybody's making condoms.
No, but that's actually there's truth in that because
There is?
because I never
I-
seen that, and then freaking
want it.
OGZ, one of the rappers, did it.
Yeah,
I want
saw
it.
that.
Where are they?
Where-
Like, are
You
they? I
can get
mean,
them. Link in the description down below.
all right. I'm pulling up, buying those,
There you go.
and I'm gonna repost them. Like, yo, shout out to the Fire Podcast. Got these on there. Link,
Right.
the link on there. We
Sponsored.
got a Blue Flame edition.
Oh,
There you
Yo.
go. Ideas.
And it's like minty cool.
minty
God.
cool. So what would the heat check be?
I was about to say that, like a cinnamon, a fire
spicy
Like
cinnamon.
a warm.
Boom.
Like
Fiery
a
I like
warm.
that.
Just flavors.
No,
Flavor.
well, I mean they have flavors, but you know how
Oh.
they have like the freaking like the hot and what is
Yeah.
it?
Hot.
Icy hot?
Yeah, icy hot. That's what exactly.
Yeah, so like it's cool at first and then like warms up and everything.
Oh, cool.
Oh, this is great.
It's the heat check one.
The heat check Blue
you
Flame.
pass them out at the event.
Bro, for real, right there.
There you
we
go.
That's
Wrap
what
it
we
up.
need to.
Wrap it up.
After,
We always say support the kids, but in this case, you know, we don't want the kids right
We
now.
don't.
and if you
We're
do the
young.
dating show, you pass it out during there. Like,
Yeah.
hey, boom, boom.
Every-
Yeah.
You're like Oprah, but you're like everybody gets free,
Free
condoms.
condoms.
So,
You
like,
get a condom.
start
We're-
throwing 'em.
we were gonna give him at the party, but then we're like, you know what? Maybe it's not the best idea because then something will be happening in
Yeah, in
the
a room.
rooms and stuff.
Might as well
Yeah,
use
you
it.
definitely don't do that.
We're gonna see rappers everywhere. Yeah.
Oh,
Ugh.
Nah, not clean that up.
You guys
Yeah.
are canceling your own idea right now.
oh god.
No, your
All right.
album drop. I'll have to have more security, but you could toss them out everywhere.
There it is. There it
You know
is.
the Supreme like gun that shoots money?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
shoot condoms.
Yeah, just
Oh.
shoot condoms.
Get a
That's
gun
hard.
made, man.
That's dope.
Oh man, the possibilities are endless. I like
Right.
it.
Well, thank you for pulling up.
Thank you
Appreciate
for
it.
having me.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. You guys make sure follow her. You want to
Yeah.
say your at
Yeah, it's at V.OT.A.
Valley of the Arts.
Yeah.
The arts. All right, all right.
You on the way, girl. You got it. Go to every event Saturdays, or it's usually Saturdays, right?
I have no idea. My schedule. You're gonna have to follow.
whenever
me.
it
Yeah.
happens.
Just follow Valley of the Arts.
There we go.
Yeah.
Thank
I was
you,
about to
everybody.
say pull up today, but it's not gonna be posted till
Yeah.
another day. It's gonna
On
be
Monday
over
or
already.
something. Yeah.
JC, you want to do the outro?
You got it, buddy.
I got it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching this Fire Squad podcast. You can find us everywhere on Anchor or anchor.fm/Fire Squad. We can find us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Apple Music. Apple Podcasts, not yet, in the works.
It works.
Follow us on Instagram, follow us on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok.
Oh, you got to create a TikTok.
Yo,
Oh, you
TikTok.
need TikTok.
I started. That's how I made like
Good.
I uploaded some videos. That's great.
This
Bro.
fool got a video that has like 15,000 views.
Yeah.
Really?
It's like the first video ever, dude.
Mine is just like I put QR codes.
I'm missing out here. Like,
Right.
do I need to get on TikTok?
Oh, definitely.
Bro.
You?
Yes, you would kill Marvin.
Perfect on
Do it.
TikTok.
You would kill Marvin, like for real.
All right, Marvin, I'm about
Dude,
to
I love
download
this
this right now. Here we go.
There you go.
Love this beat.
Ooh.
All right. Did I say everything? Yeah. So hashtag support the kids every day,
Support the
all day, every
kids.
day.
All
Support,
day, every day.
support everybody. Support Value of the Arts.
Yo.
And yeah. But you guys want to say anything before we wrap it up?
Thanks for having me. And like I said, I just started following, your page. So I'll definitely put it out there, let everybody know about it.
Thank you.
And I'll show it
Thank
to
you.
events too. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
yeah,
sharing the flyer does so much, like on its own.
Yep.
So yeah, just
If you do any sort of art, please hit her up.
oh yeah, that
Get
one's
your name out there.
702.lala. There you go.
Yep.
Plug them in.
All right. Thank you guys for listening, and we outie. Peace.
Y'all later.
Can you believe